So for Batman Day, I did a custom, just a little recoloring of, I call him Conan Batman. I forget what the heck he's from. And here is a mount I did. And we'll talk about other things. I was tagged in a DC Multiverse tagging video. We'll talk about that next on Toy Gains.
Hey! Oh! Toy Gains! Toy Gains!
So here it is. I forget. This is just the Batman that looks like Conan that fights that awesome looking Freeze. And there's a Batwoman and a Robin who I never see in stores, so I don't know when I'll get them. But I wanted a mount for this guy, and I was able to get an extra Masterverse Battle Cat, and I already had the Bat Cycle. Whoa. So I stripped the bones off of it, and even He-Man couldn't sit on this thing right. The saddle's weird. So that's my only gripe, is he doesn't sit on it that well. But from that angle, you know, from certain angles, it looks great. I'm going to come back a little. And I want to do something for Batman Day, and I didn't want to stress out and work on this for 3 weeks. I really, you know, when you do customs, sometimes it comes right to you. And sometimes, for me anyway, it's like, I don't know if it's obviously it's not writer's block. It's creativity block. But I think it came out well enough. And I also painted his mask blue and the cape blue, because there's too much brown in that figure. And I made the axe pop, and I repainted that. So I think it's rad. I think it's fun. Why not? Wasn't that bad. Stripping this off was a pain in the ass. That wasn't too fun. So let's talk about the DC Multiverse tag video that Bones, the Necro Zoo started. Great guy. One of the people that got me, him, Brad, the DC Geek, and Josh from before kind of got me into Multiverse. But we'll talk about those figures and who tagged me right now. So New York Backyard Legend tagged me. He's a great guy. He's a customizer, reviewer, covers a lot. And I've been seeing his name pop up for like 2 years. And when my channel started to get a little more steam going, we became friends. And that's pretty cool that YouTube led us to a friendship. And he tagged me. And the theme that Bones started was your first DC Multiverse figure and where you think the line's going. So this was without a doubt the best figure of that first wave, or wave or 2 waves. They had some animated figures. There we go. We got motorcycles on my street now. This figure remains one of the better figures released of the past few years for any line. It's just a gorgeous Superman figure. So after, what's more important though than my first, I think, is the purchase that got me hooked on this line. And that figure wasn't released that far after this figure, so it kind of was in the same time frame. And that is Deathstroke from Arkham. And the tooling on this guy, even though I did a lot of repainting and added detail, it doesn't matter. All that sculpt work is there. There is sculpt work upon sculpt work upon sculpt work. So this is the figure that kind of got me like the juices flowing for the line. That's my if I have a slogan, it's going to be that. What figure gets the juices flowing? Now, Deathstroke got the juices flowing, and Three Jokers Batman got the juices staying pumping. Whatever the hell I just said. I repainted him as well and added a cloth cape. But this is the one that, okay, I'm like, all right, McFarlane's here. He's doing different shit. Now, not only doing unique sculpts every time, but he is raising the bar on his own work. And luckily, Target had like a buy two, get one. I just loaded up. And then I went to a store in Jersey, loaded up. Bought some used lots on eBay, loaded up. And I'm only missing like 3 figures now. Yeah, and I don't go after like platinums or golds all the time. I get whatever version of that figure I don't get like the, artist proof version of it, whatever. But these are the three, and they hold up really well. I mean, look at that. Jeez, this was year one. These two were like year one of the line. This is like year two. So, and the next part of this discussion is, where do you think the line is going, and are you happy with it? Pretty much. I mean, we'd already seen this year the Riddler, Flash. We had Catwoman. We had Nightfall Batman, Tim Drake. So obviously, all them classic characters are coming. Now, I did have the Mattel figures, and I ended up selling them because even though they're 6-inch, they're kind of wonky in some ways. In some ways, they're great because they're so classic, but in a lot of ways, they're wonky. So I knew once I got some of these, I didn't need them, so I sold them. But we're going to get all them figures. We're getting Firestorm. We're going to get a Wonder Woman. So I would say this line in NECA's Dungeon and Dragons line are my favorite lines to look forward to, bar none. Full stop. And then probably Masterverse and Classified and Marvel Legends are on the same group. Okay, I'm just rambling. I'm going to nominate, I had to nominate somebody that watches the channel and I'm cool with, but I also know that collects DC Multiverse. So I'm going to pass this on to Geek Fusion TV. If you're still listening to my rambling, you have to share your first DC Multiverse figure you bought, and are you happy with the line, and where do you think the line is going? Thank you to Bones and the Necro Zoo and my boy New York Backyard Legend for tagging me. I'm tagging Geek Fusion TV, and I look forward to seeing that video. Take care, have fun, enjoy Batman Day.